Welcome back, all you DC Multiverse loving dudes and dudettes. Toyshiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look. And today comes courtesy of my friends over at McFarlane Toys. We are totally checking out one half of their brand new Build-A-Figure wave. 4 figures in the wave. We have an infected Superman, which is all kinds of awesome. This guy is creepy. And then we have a Greg Capullo style Dark Knight's Metal Batman, and I love the way this guy looks. 4 different figures to collect, actually 3 Robins, so about, 5, 6, basically to get it all. But this is basically the extended Batmobile, Build-A-Batmobile boxes, Dark Knight's Metal, right there on the side of Batman's and on the top as well. Nothing for Superman. I like the variants within the boxes. Really nice artwork on the back. Gives you a diagram of what to do in case you've never done a Build-A-Figure or Collect and Connect figure, yada yada. And you get all the pieces. Superman, for example, comes with 2 legs. You look down the diagram, 2 legs, okay, torso, arms, head, armor, all that kind of stuff. Love the artwork on this. I'm glad they gave us a trading card. Didn't really care for the trading cards to begin with, and now I got a full binder full of those things going. So that is awesome. Really nice Greg Capullo-styled Batman. I've always said his artwork translates really nice into action figures. And you get to look at the other 2 figures in the wave as well, Crow Robin, and then the Batman Who Laughs with the Hawkman wings from that cover, yada yada. Here's the barcodes if you want to go ahead and screen grab these. They should be hitting stores relatively soon. Of course, you can pre-order them on Amazon. I'll have the links in the description below. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of Dark Knight's Metal coffee. This is a look at the brand new DC Multiverse Infected Superman and Greg Capullo Batman from McFarlane Toys. And here's both figures out of the packaging, and you get pretty much the same thing you'd see with most DC Multiverse figures. You get a nice trading card, you get a black stand, and of course this time around, you get some Build-A-Figure pieces. But again, with this particular Batman, you see the artwork straight from which it's derived from. Very cool looking Greg Capullo, and you get a nice bio for Batman in relative sense of modern-ish type comics. Same thing with Superman. This guy, he will go great with more of the Dark Knight's Metal as well, the Batman Who Laughs, things like that. He gets some really crazy extra hands too. I'm digging these. Actually, they're interesting, right? And then Batman gets 2 bad axes. Or, Batman always has axes, right? But again, these come with the multiverse Build-A-Figure version sort of deal, and of course Superman gets legs, Batman gets a pair of arms, right? And this is for the Merciless figure. It's what happens when you kind of pair up Batman with Wonder Woman / God of War, things like that. But let's talk about Superman first. This is an amazing looking Superman. If you just looked at this in terms of that's a sinister looking bizarre, the Bizarro element is there sort of in the purplish of the costume. I totally dig that. But you throw this guy's head back, he's just having a blast being all kinds of evil. That is amazingly sinister. But you see this Superman up close. He's got little lines, little poisonous looking lines stemming out from his eyes. His eyes are all white, permanent Joker grin. The cape is amazing. I love this thing. It's all tattered and ripped. It's exactly what this type of Superman should be, this infected type Superman. But you can get his head back, right? God. It's like he's just flying over. He's kind of like a zombie, right? I'll show you in just a second. Kind of almost deceased-ish as well. But nice rotation out of the head. He's got some butterfly joints. Arms go all the way up. They go back nicely as well. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrists that pivot, swivel, everything else. They're hidden by a portion of the costume they added that kind of hides the ball joint. He's got some nice ab crunch to him, waist swivel. He'll crunch down a little bit, more so back, which works for the flying poses, double jointed knees, nothing at the thigh, ball joints, feet. He's got the correct pin in the toe, right? The red pin, they nailed it. This is a fantastic looking Superman right here. This is awesome. Perfect for Halloween, right? But you give him a flight stand. Now, I think that this figure, it should have come with a flight stand, we'll just say. But if you have an extra one, we've gotten lots of figures so far that have them. But it's just creepy. That's a creepy looking Superman. And again, it heavily reminds me of deceased, right? He doesn't have all the blood and everything else, but it's the eyes and everything. They're not really zombies in Deceased, but you see the hands, the way the hands are twisted and everything else. Yes, this comes from around the Dark Knight's Time Metal comic book. I'll let you read the bio on the card, but it really does fit more with my DC Direct Deceased Batman. I love this thing. It looks great. This is what I was talking about with the DC's Batman. Just more sinister looking, more gaunt, more, everything's twisted and wrong. But what's right here is this Batman. Now, I know a lot of people go, oh, another Batman. We get another Batman. Well, you make a good Batman. I mean, you can't argue. Look at this cape on this thing. This is fantastic. It's almost like a Spawn cape, right? This is a big Batman, though. He is burly. You can mimic the artwork perfectly. You got the two axes. You look at it next to the trading card. This is what they were going for. This is what McFarlane really shines with his toys. He takes art. He takes his artists, his comic books, his friends, and everything else that they do and creates amazing action figures from it. So I'll get to a nitpick in just a few, but he holds the axes really nice, and they have all kinds of weathering on them, silver, the paint. They're all scuffed up and scratched. Like, there's some great detail on these weapons. So those came out fantastic. Great sculpted detail. He's got, a sculpted in bat symbol. The neck is different on this. Is a different looking Batman. Of course, he kind of has the whole 89 Batman sort of thing where you can't turn his head, you turn his neck. So it's all one piece. He can't really look up too much, but he can look down. So you get a nice brooding Batman. Again, the cape, it is sculpted off to the side, but that's because they're trying to emulate the artwork. That's what McFarlane does. If you're not looking for that type of thing, I get the qualms and everything, but at the same time, this is how he's made action figures for years. You get nice articulation out of it. The cape works with the arms, butterfly joints, spins at the bicep, double jointed elbows, really nice rocker. Now, on the glove right here, this is where it kind of gets hindered because the part kind of goes over the backhand. So kind of limited mobility, but it is there. Nice ab crunch, back and forth, swivels, waist. All the articulation you would expect around the legs. He'll kick off to the side. You can work with the crotch pieces like the rubber, double jointed knees, rocker in the ankle, toe, everything else. The details on the costume, little miniature rips and tears and parts, and it's a great looking Batman. However, in the scaling, we're just going to say, he's out of scale. He's bigger than this Superman. This Superman is kind of smaller than the first wave. These two Batman are almost the same size. The new Batman's a little bit taller. So again, that's the nitpick, is the scaling. This is a big, cool, burly Batman, but he's out of scale. We'll just say that. Superman works, I think, to a degree. But if you pose these things, you put them on your shelf, you give them some flight stands, they are cool, man. These are some cool multiverse figures. They're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. They're not going to be, where you say, oh, I want classic, oh, I like this. The new stuff is starting to wane on me. I get it, and I'm starting to like it. I like these two figures. I love the Batman. I love this Superman. So I highly recommend them. But I am curious to know what you guys think about these two figures. Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything DC Multiverse. And thank you again to McFarlane Toys for sending these out to give you guys this fresh look. And hopefully I'll get the other two figures, and then we can build the Merciless and have a look at that one as well. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food. But most importantly, remember, when it comes to DC Multiverse figures, look to the comics, see the art represented, and see, does it work for you, or wait until the next one. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.